and eventually it comes back to Powell. It's a tired Melbourne outfit now, who eventually find Schwartz. It's a tired Melbourne outfit as Woden goes to the bench for number 3. It hasn't been the Wizards' day, but he's got his third.
This is the best season we've ever seen. Kevin Sheedy joins Dick Reynolds as the most successful club in over 100 years at this famous club. And they have won their 16th premiership. And is there a better story than James Hird?
I think they got their timing right, Sandy. Perfect.
Brad Scott, who has been so good. He had the job on Hird. Kicks the ball to centre wing. Wellman front spot, good mark. Lynch has had a terrific day. He kicked straight. He'd be one of the players of the match.
He would certainly be in line for the Norm Smith. He's had 7 marks, 10 possessions, kicked 2 goals for.
They've done it.
But he's got the ball in his hands, Bruce.
A bit of history here. Lee Matthews has been to the top of the mountain for a second time as coach. Once a
Collingwood supporter, Eddie McGuire.
They dared to dream today, the Magpies. They have had an almighty crack. Still there could be time. Burns. Power. Here's a go. Johnson with pace. Carrying it to half forward. Nick Davis. Fraser makes the lead. It's all over. The Brisbane Lions are premiers again. They have gone back to back in one of the most memorable grand finals in VFL AFL history. A pretty quiet day to Bradshaw. Dynak steals it. He's got nowhere to go. On the bounce, Holland back to Dynak, where Woden's on over the top, so to Lacuria, and he misses. It's Here it is! The Brisbane Lions have done it! The Hawks, the Bombers, the Crows, they couldn't do it in the 80s and the 90s, but the Lions have gone back to back to back. An outpouring of emotion from Mark Williams. He's the proudest man in the land tonight.
I asked him yesterday whether he felt that his late father and his late brother and his mother, who recently had heart surgery, were with him today. He said he did.
Look at that. There it is. It's all over. Port Adelaide. They had the power to win. And it was very much history in the making.
Leo Barry, slow it down.
So Leo Barry in the back pocket. Heads along the boundary line. Oh, good mark by Cox. Cox throws it onto the left. One last roll of the dice for the Eagles! Leo Barry, you star! Bob Murray reincarnate. The longest premiership drought in football history is over. For the first time in 72 years, the Swans are champions of the AFL.
Keeps it alive. Waters is dog tired. Now O'Keefe. The ball comes back to Waters. Now picked up by Fosdyke. Fosdyke's got to get it moving quickly. Kicks to the 50. Dempster's there. Can't take the mark. Glass will see it over. Throw in.
There can't be long. There cannot be long to go. The West Coast Eagles lead by a point. Can the Swans do it? Who would have thought the sequel would be just as good as the original?
Satisfying is that for Bomber Thompson.
Fantastic.
After what he went through last year, his position was under review.
There's Frank Costa, Brian Cook, who took over in 1999 when the club was $8 million in debt. There'll be a lot of people in Geelong who can die happy now. They've had the game won since 1 minute into the third quarter.
His 5th contested mark of the day, Brad Ottens. And there it is. It's the Cats. They've come so close so many times in the last 44 years, but the torture is finally over. Geelong are the premiers for 2007.
So the last little bit of play and what's been A memorable grand final. It's lived up to its hype. Franklin got it from Jude, dropped it to Crawford. A little soccer off the ground. Rioli and Enright. Taylor, Buddy runs him down. Hawthorn, the champions. The long wait for Crawford over.
Mooney poking it in the rook direction, and he can go back, and he can have a shot, and surely any score will do it now. Wonderful kick by Mooney. It's over. The Cats' vindication has arrived. They have won their second in 3 years, but what a fight it was. What a wonderful, grueling, magnificent fight it was.
Still in dispute, out to Shaw. We had a draw in 1948 and a draw in 1977. Graham hard at it, Blair, and the odds are shortening.
Huge play by Graham. He left his opponent McCaffrey to make the outnumber. If the ball went over the top, the Pies are away.
Have we ever spent 2 hours at the MCG like this before?
I don't think so, Bruce. Montagna kicks inside the 50, punched out. Pendlebury's over the football, down to 15 seconds. Collingwood, though, controlling the ball. Thomas to the wing. Jolly knocked away by Blake.
There it is.
I think we've got a draw, ladies and gentlemen.
Can somebody get a clear ball here and kick it long and hard? Goddard, the tap. Del Santo. It's going to be a draw. It's unbelievable. But it's happened. I feel like a big club is just getting bigger by the moment, don't you? It'll be their 15th premiership. One shy of Carlton and Essendon.
They're all legends now. Have a listen to that.
What a peculiar position and a beautiful position Luke Ball has found himself in, having played for the Saints last year against Geelong. So Collingwood win by their greatest ever margin in a grand final. It doesn't get better than that.
Icing on the Cats' cake. There's Ling's reaction. There's the coach's reaction. He knows they're home. Johnson out wide to Shaw. The clock has ticked over the 30-minute mark now. Shaw drives it as long as he possibly can. There it is! Beyond a shadow of a doubt, the Cats proved themselves as one of the greatest teams of the modern era. Premierships 07, 09 and now 2011.
Pike wins the tap. Mitchell fetching it, can't quite get it. McVeigh was brilliant. They've won one grand final in 78 years. Birchall's kick forward. Shaw, he'll want to remember this one a lot more than the last. He's been great. Reid, back to Shaw, back to Johnson. 1 of 4 from Xavier. Crash, bash, that's the Swans' way. Smith can't quite get it. Buddy held up. Hanbury's been magnificent. Malcheski, 2 goals that he'll never forget. And they're home all right. They've done it. What a team. That culture, the Bloods. That's what it's all about.
And the margin is 50.
So 28 minutes 47 gone. So most of the crowd probably thinks there's still a few minutes to go, but they're into the last 18 seconds.
Sandilands, Pavlich, Gibson, Crowley, good tackle Lewis, Birchall the kick away. So the Hawks are so close now. An 11th premiership. Buddy may get the last touch. Dawson deprives him. They've done it. The best team all year. Last year so difficult for them. Back on top of the mountain.
Unit. Mitchell's got the football. We're down to the last 30 seconds in the 2014 grand final.
Mitchell's one of 4 players 30 plus. That's never happened in a grand final for any team. 4 players over 30.
High contact, Hawthorn.
Langford takes advantage. They've had the edge all day. Ruffy's kicked 5. Burgoyne's kicked a couple in the last quarter. Hale's running hard. Burgoyne ball in hand. Belts it to fall forward. In the last seconds, could Spanger do it? Couldn't quite.
I think he was shepherded out of it anyway.
But this great team, the best team of the modern era of the last 50 years, produces its masterpiece.
They've never been better than this.
Deserved victory, a well-deserved feeling of pure exhilaration for those players. Great game by the Hawks.
So the Eagles kicked the first goal today. They kicked the last three. It's just a 16 out of 20 in the middle. And Hawthorn piled on.
Too long here, West Coast, holding the man. Initial tackle was fine, just through the ground. Stay out, please.
So the last moments. Gaff and Prittis. So Hawthorn have done it. The first team in the 18-team competition to go back to back to back.
It's simply icing on the cake. What a day. McLean will kick virtually on the siren. He misses, but they don't miss out.
With a few to go, what a moment this is going to be. Very close to a man on the mark. The Tigers, 37 years, and the Tigers are kings of the jungle again. It is Tiger time, Bruce. There is no doubt about it at all. It's going to finish at the punt road end of the ground. Massive crowd today. The Tigers are going to win the premiership in 2017. The Tigers have got home.
Remarkable. No Nat Nui, no Gaff, no Shepherd. Concede the first 5 goals. It's one of the great grand finals and one of the great victories. Collingwood out of that centre. Bouncing ball. They've got a brand new stadium, a big one, and they're going to put a big flag up there in a moment because the Eagle has landed for the Premiers in 2018. The biggest win ever for Richmond in a grand final. The 3rd biggest ever. And Jack, no, yes he does! 5 goals for Jack in the grand final. So they have
Unbelievable season full of uncertainty where everything changed. Somehow I reckon the ending staying the same as Rewalt is on target, but just a little to the right.
So the last time we see the little master. So in a season like no other, as I said, Brian, the champions have been able to do what only the toughest and strongest could do in 2020. The Tigers again.
It'll be their biggest win ever in any of their grand finals. Tom McDonald times the ticking. Every heart is beating true and blue for the red and blue. After 57 long years, the Demons are Premiers.